Hey there. So in this video, I want to show you how I am prioritizing the content that we produce with SwiftBrief or SEO for one of our other assets called the Metaphor speech generator. So basically what I've done is I've gone into our console and I've looked at all the keywords we're trying to target for metaphor speech, which is a subset or a topical cluster with certain topics underneath, which each have their own article or page that is associated with it. And then I've looked into two things. One is how much clicks are we getting to these pages now? And what does that mean in terms of CTR? Because we also can look at the impressions in Search Console. And then how many orders are we getting in? So are we seeing conversions from long form content? What is that conversion rate? Is there anything we can do to lift that? So this is the current conversion rate. And what we're seeing is quite typical for long form. So for the more guide type content, we're seeing something around 0.2 up to maybe 1. That would be ideal. For examples, which is more closely related to a template, we're seeing a 1.82, but it's a very small amount of orders here. So I would take that with a grain of salt. And for bottom of the funnel pages, which is the speech generator, we're seeing over 3% conversion, which totals $927. This is for 28 days. And now I went in and looked at, okay, these pages in terms of volume, what can we potentially expect? Also looking at competitors, their ranking top 1, 2, 3. And I've estimated a conversion rate that is closely tied to what we see here in the front. And that gives us a revenue potential that I think we should be able to achieve. And then that gives us a potential gain, right? And you can see here that one of those clearly sticks out in terms of optimizing, or two things rather. So these two, one is the metaphor speech, which is quite a short tail keyword and is the kind of seed keyword here, which makes it with the most volume the hardest to rank for because it's the most competitive. So everybody's trying to rank for this, which is why we went after these longer ones in the first place first. But there is a chance for us to rank here, and obviously that would bring an estimate almost gain of what we're making now, right? So this has been my number one priority, to refresh the content here, try to gain a better position, which gives us the highest priority. And then we have the sister one, which is sitting at 0.24 conversion. So we're trying to raise the conversion to get it up to par with the 0.6 that is here for the funny article guide. And for funny one, obviously, if we could get that to 1% conversion, which should be the goal, that is less priority because it's less likely that that will happen. And then we'll go in and see with the examples article, which is quite new and is already getting some traction. So I think that just needs to sit around and we can do some minor tweaks later on. But yeah, so this is kind of a data-driven way to see where you stand with your content and see where there is potential to improve and to basically stop guessing. And I've done a breakdown here as well for all categories that we're going for. These three we're not servicing yet, and these three we are. And here you can also see that going after the metaphor makes the most sense. We do have the most traction already, but there's also the most still to gain if the estimates are somewhat accurate. And then the vowels are actually not pulling in that much money yet, mainly because we're not really getting any traction as of now on search. This is by far the most competitive because it has to do with the wedding and the couple. So those keywords are more likely to be targeted by bigger brands that also service wedding suppliers and all that kind of stuff. And best man is just something we have zero authority in, because for now we focus mainly on these. So there's actually the most traffic to gain, but from our testing we've seen that it makes more sense to sell this one for slightly cheaper, just because we haven't seen great results with the same price point as for Metaphor and the wedding vows. And these three we will be launching soon. This one probably last, even though it has the highest potential, just because these two are low-hanging fruits and they're quite easy to build, and this one is a bit more of a term shot. Obviously, take this with a grain of salt. It's estimates, but I think that if we were to reach 5K in revenue, that would be a great goal for us. And it makes it easy to see that there's more potential to look into. And as we get closer to this number over here, or the 5K mark, we will be looking into other ways of adding on revenue. But for now, it makes more sense to focus here rather than start something else from scratch, because we have kind of reached our potential. All right. If any of this stuff sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.